jumped in a little late. Nobody told me about it, but that's all right. I don't want anybody to tell me about it, actually, because it interrupted the Facebook feed last night. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, having fun. Does anybody have any announcements? I know the announcement. I sent it out to the group earlier today that somebody mentioned it. Then I found out by all my own research, I'll call it that, on the ARRL ham radio, excuse me, Ham Fest calendar. It said that the Short Mountain, their first annual Short Mountain Ham Fest, was canceled for April 25th or something like that. It doesn't matter when it was because it's canceled. So I just simply sent out a question to everybody to see if anybody knew what the story was, because they used to sponsor, it's getting confusing, the Ham Fest over there at the Cedars 11 Park. So I'm sure that'll still be there regardless. People have to show up to that one, okay? That's in August, I think it's the last Saturday or last Sunday in August. Anyway, we'll also announce that one. Does anybody have any other announcements? We do not have, this is a funny month for the breakfast. Normally next Saturday would be a breakfast, but it's actually, that's the first Saturday since this is the 30th, or yeah, 30th. So this can't be possibly be the first Saturday. So I guess we could possibly have one anyway, but I don't know. Maybe we sort of skip that one and go on to the second one and do the fourth like it normally is. We don't want to over breakfast. Anybody have any other announcements?
Are you live on Facebook?
I am, yes. Says I am. Says I am. Says L-I-V-E. Could be Live. Yeah, it's on the Simplexton, not on my personal one, not on me, but it's on the Simplexton, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Mount Juliet Simplexton Net.
That's the one. Anyway, anybody have any other announcements for the net tonight? Just for information, we had the 3 digital nets tonight on at 7, 7:15, 7:30. It was DMR, D-Star, and then C4FM. We had 6 on the DMR net, we had 4 on the D-Star net, and we had 7 on the C4FM net. So it's kind of like a stock market. It goes up and down, but it seems to be a pretty regular crowd. There's still people that don't. It's just, since it's kind of like a lot of things, there's several people that can't check in for a variety of reasons or forget to or whatever. So we get a routine number of people in there. It's nice to have in there, but just wish there'd be more participants. That'd be great. So even if you just have a handheld on any of those three different modes, just try to give it a check in. One of us here in the mountain, we've got coverage all the way from West Nashville down to east 11 and north up to the Kentucky border, and we head down to Rockville, as far as I can remember. That might be the southernmost location. For somebody's going to hear you. Anyway, we don't have any other announcements. I'll just start right up because this is net number 990, and we're starting from the south. All right, we're going to take check-ins from people short on time, mobile, or first-time check-ins. Please come in.
Kilo Quebec 4, November Uniform Mike. This is Steve, first-time check-in.
Hey, Steve, where are you located?
I am in Hendersonville on the Indian Lake Peninsula.
Awesome. Big signal there for what I can hear anyway. Yeah, over that lake is pretty good for, I think, for both sides here. Unless some people who are right down on the lake with like a handheld or something, I might have some problems.
Excellent. Well, I'm on a mobile, kind of just semi-hilltop, so I've got fairly good propagation.
Ah, very good. How'd you hear about the net?
Through the band app. Thankful for the post there to let me know what's coming.
The band app. I don't know which one is that?
Through Macon County, the Amateur Radio Club, and an announcement was put on there that per calendar invite.
Oh yeah, okay, very good. Okay, very good. Sounds great. Yeah, I understand. I know there's a couple of people up there, but I've never been up to their group, and they must be having a good time with them.
Yep, I appreciate all the info. Fairly new ham and learning and growing more all the time.
Well, make sure to check out our groups site, the groups.io, because we've got about 200 people there. And what's nice about that is there's lots of resources among those 200 if you have technical questions or operating questions or equipment questions or whatever.
Excellent. I appreciate appreciate that very much.
Yeah, go ahead and if you do, just get in there on that groups.io for MJSS, and because that's the name of the group, and excuse me, on groups, and go ahead and join the group and see. We also do net reminders and stuff for anybody. We do net reminders for anybody if they want us to.
Excellent. I appreciate it. I'm short on time, so I'll call 73. We will go back for November uniform.
Very good. We have another short-term victim. I mean, short-term and first-time checking. That's Steve, and he's also a new ham, so it's a trifecta. Kilo Quebec for November uniform Mike, and that's Steve in Hendersonville. Who else is any place anywhere who's short on time, first time check-in, or whatever the other one was, mobile.
Before doing.
Hello, Danny. Anything good?
You're playing radio. Got my first contact in China.
Oh, awesome. I've never had that. Was it inland very much, or was it right on the coast somewhere?
I don't know. It's called just said China.
Oh, is that right? Oh, man. I doubt you're going to. I guess you could. I've never seen a CUSO card from Japan. I mean, from China.
Yeah. 10 meters was covered up with Japan this evening.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I should pay more attention.
All right. Well, you have a good evening, and maybe I'll catch you on the next one. Sitting here chatting on the radio.
Hey, was that on 10 meters to China as well?
No, that was on 30 meters, I believe.
Oh, awesome. Well, very good. Congratulations. Like I said, that's a feat because can't tell you. I'm sure I can't remember everybody, but I'm sure there's some people I met that got China, but it ain't too many.
Actually, I was wrong. It was 10 meters.
Oh, is that right? Oh, man, that's awesome. 10 meters to China. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that was Danny. No, really, congratulations. That's very exciting. A lot of people would be really thrilled to hear that. Or they'd thrilled to get it. I think they're going to be jealous, maybe. And that was Kilo Delta 4 Golf, Oscar, November, Danny, who had the good fortune to have a CUSO with China. That's really cool. Who else is short on time, mobile, or short on time, or first time checking?
Hey, boy.
Yeah, very good. How you doing there, Mike?
No, we're doing pretty good. And there is also, by the way, the 1010 International Net. I don't know if you remember that one, but I think it's still around.
Oh, yeah. No, I've heard that. Yeah, I'm not on it. I always felt it was odd in a way that, like a lot of nets, anybody can check in, but supposedly on their nets, they only want people who are in 1010, who have numbers.
Yeah, I paid my money, got my number, like 71, something or another. I can't remember the other three, but yeah. Of course, it's been forever since I've been on there.
Yeah, no, it's no big deal. I'm not. I probably would do it. I did spend more time on the air. That would be my problem.
Well, back then, I just upgraded my license, and I was into 10 meters, so I figured why not. And got into it for a while. Wound up on HF radio, and then here recently just got back into it. So it's been a long time.
Oh yeah, well, time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, too quickly here lately.
Yeah, I know. I tell my wife something. She goes, "When was that?" I go, "A little over 50 years ago."
Yeah, mine ain't quite that far back. It's getting there, slowly creeping up.
Oh yeah, no, it's really. I find it really astounding. I've heard it from other people who reached my age, almost 75, and when I was younger, and they go, "Oh yeah, this is," and I thought they were like ancient people, and I go, I don't really feel that way. But at the same time, I go, I can't believe I'm going to be 75. It blows me away.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe I made it to 61, so we have 62 now.
Well, all I can ever say is make the most of it. Don't wish the days away. Don't wish the work days away, because you just value the time you got.
Oh yeah. I try and keep this. I got several projects to do. Be as part of our shell due to financing, so find something here and there to put with. I got a little rack mount, I guess you might say, and I'm going to reconfigure it, add some tweaks to it. table sitting over here with some radios and whatnot.
Cool. Well, yeah, those kind of projects are the kind I like to put off. It's just, it's such a pain moving around the shack once you have it set up.
Yeah. Right now this table's a little bit of a mess. So there's 3 scanners and 1, 2, 3, 4 radios and a power supply sitting on it. So they're all kind of scattered out here and there.
Yeah, I'm with you. It can be, you know, I remember starting out with one handheld and one HF rig, and now I have triple or quadruple that.
I started out with HT, then went to a mobile dual band, and now it's kind of threw up, exploded.
Oh yeah, no, it's funny how much we acquire. Anyway, anything else for the net there, Mike?
No, that's about it. I was listening to you a while ago when you first came in about the Hamfest, and it was interesting what you had to say about it. So anyway, we'll turn it back over to you. Say good evening to you, family, and everybody else. I hope everybody has a safe holiday. Before we begin.
Yeah, that was Mike up in Hendersonville, Kilo 4 Victor Alpha, wishing everybody a safe holiday weekend, and I hope it is. We don't need any issues over a long weekend like this, but there always are. Anybody else, please come in. Did I say it? Yeah, Kilo 4 with Victor Alpha, Mike in Hendersonville. Who else is any place, anywhere on? Well, let's do this. Any more short time or short on time, mobile, or first time checking?
November Romeo, Kevin, and Bethpage.
Hold on, Kevin. I have Whiskey Yankee. Yeah, Whiskey Yankee 4G. How you doing, Jeff?
I didn't call with that. All right, just tired. I'm going to go ahead and call it night. And, probably go to sleep here shortly, so I just want to get on the list and be counted.
All right, sounds like a winner. You doing okay though?
Yeah, I just had kind of a busy day. I'm tired. I'm just ready to call it a night.
Oh, I know the feeling. I've known the feeling since I was about, well, I've always known that feeling. Very good, Jeff. Good to hear you in there. You had a good night's sleep. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. It's Jeff, and he's in Madison. Kevin, give me your call again, please.
You were with your phones, you were going to call.
Romeo, Kevin, and Bethpage.
Okay, ask for Kevin, and I got 2 Kevins. Kevin in Bethpage. Give me your call again, please.
Kilo 4 Tango November Romeo.
Okay, very good. Gotcha. And I had, like I said, it was unusual to ask for the Kevin, and I get 2 Kevins at the same time. How you doing tonight, Kevin? From Bethpage, particular.
Oh, I'm doing all right. It's been a week in Atlanta, some training for work, and now I'm back trying to get caught up on what I missed.
Yeah, Atlanta is one crazy. Was it right in the busy places in Atlanta? Because that's one crazy town.
No, actually, I was in Alpharetta, which is north of Atlanta, so I avoided a lot of the I hate you town parts of Atlanta, but got to activate 2 parks a couple of nights, and activated 5 parks yesterday on my way home. So it was a pretty good trip for all. The training was really good too. So.
Oh, cool. It was work training, I take it.
Yeah. New machine, new model, something I've never dealt with before, but there were 6 of us down there training, and there was about 120 years experience between the 6 of us. So the training was pretty easy, pretty laid back, and had a good week. It was a nice relaxation week compared to all the manager stuff I have to do most of the time.
When you have that much experience sitting on a training issue with new equipment, it really just became a critique, didn't it?
It was very nice. I hope I can go to one about every 90 days, honestly. I know that won't happen, but it was very nice. Met some new guys in the company because everybody in the training class was in our own company, so I got to meet some people to network with and stuff. So it was a really good trip. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, very good. Yeah, getting out of town and going to training can be fun. I know I've done it. I think the farthest I ever went for training was from Florida up to, well, Minneapolis or to What was the other one? Oh, up in San Francisco.
Yeah, I've been to Connecticut, Chicago, and Anaheim, and hopefully I won't go to at least 2 of those other states ever again.
By choice, or just you would prefer not to?
Just by choice. I really don't see a reason to ever be back in those places, but I may have to for work, but we'll see. I enjoy the Southeast.
Oh yeah, no, it yeah, which I know you must have went to. Where did you go in Connecticut?
Hartford. The last time I was there, that B-17 crashed like the day before I was supposed to fly out, and I really thought that that was gonna keep me from flying back, but they had that cleaned up within about 5 or 6 hours.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, I was going to suggest you probably went to Hartford, so Connecticut doesn't look so good.
Yeah, there's not a lot there. Luckily, I didn't have to spend the weekend there. It was basically a Sunday through Friday night thing, so it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's always good to go to other parts of the country and just see how the world lives there. I mean, that's always cool. I mean, I love traveling, but the hassle of airports, I'd rather take 2 days PTO and drive somewhere than have to get like on an airplane and fly somewhere.
Oh, I know. Air travel is a royal pain. I know. I've done that a couple of. I did it 3 times last year. What a pain! It's gotten to be more of a pain than ever. Well, anyway, anything else for the net, Kevin?
No, that's it. It was good talking to you, and have a good rest of the weekend. Happy Easter and 73s, everyone. K4TNR clear.
Yeah, very good. That was Kevin, Kilo 4 Tango, November Romeo, and he's in Bethpage. I heard Kevin in there, ZDG.
Hey, Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm still up and taking solid food.
That's perfect. Yeah, I heard you on the scanner. I walked out to grab a water, and I was like, oh crap, it's that time. I haven't had a chance to check in lately with the house remodel work and the warm weather and more stuff, more activity going on. I haven't been at you lately.
Oh yeah, well you missed the digital nets too.
Yeah, I did. We just actually rolled back into town. We've been out considerable all weekend, riding 4-wheelers and shooting guns and getting muddy and fishing and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's better than being on the net.
Could be. But anyway, yeah. I keep seeing the numbers creeping up there. I'm like, man, I got to get in here and check in before we hit 1,000.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully we'll get a bunch on the thousands. Maybe that'll be a big number for us. I don't know. Anyway, anything else for the nets, Kevin?
Well, yeah, I was going to mention, I was up in Louisville this past week, and I saw a pickup truck. I noticed the antenna first. I was like, that's a nice looking ham antenna on top of this truck. The back of his window said, "Do you even Simplex Pro?" And then had his call sign and 146.555. So I looked him up, and they have a Simplex Net on 146.555 called the Triple Nickel Net. I guess they've got a website. I can't remember off the top of my head, but when I get a spare minute, I'll post it to the group page.
Yeah, that's cool. I may have heard of somebody doing that. I'm not sure if that was a group or not. There's not a whole lot of them running around that I'm aware of. We're the only group in the country, at least for as an ARRL club, that's listed as a Simplex club rather than a special service club or a all services club or a repeater club. Or there's only one Simplex club of any, and that's us. Yeah, there's another one that says they do Simplex, but they haven't updated their site in about 5 years or 6 years.
Yeah, it was. I tuned in. I got to my car about 8 o'clock on Wednesday. I think it was at 7:30 Eastern Wednesday night. I got to my truck about 8 o'clock and tuned in. They do their check-ins a little bit different, and I was having a hard time hearing that control, so I wasn't able to check in. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool seeing another net so close by. And I know we've got the Bowling Green and I can't figure out the ones off the top of my head, but I know we've got those other Simplex things close by. But
That one not being really associated with us kind of cool.
No, it is. It's great. Yeah, the other one was in Sumner. They're on 147.555. I didn't mention that today, but I should have. And then, of course, what you call it? I think that Williamson County still does a monthly Simplex Net. I think they do with the Aries group, and I know that the Rutherford County Aries also does a Simplex Net once a month.
Yeah, it's I mean, Simplex. I mean, especially with everything going on with like the phone going down and just everything, we're seeing a renewed interest, I think, in ham radio.
Well, yeah, because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, that sounds silly, but it's true. I mean, if we knew what was going to happen all the time, we wouldn't. We just have our military stand down and only get awake when things get bad.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here when we're not. But you guys have a good night. Okay, board meeting.
Yeah, that's Kevin, and he's here in Mount Juliet, kind of Mount Juliet Gladeville. It's Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. Who else is either short on time or whatever? What I give the three: short on time, mobile, or short on time, mobile, or first time check in. But we're going to make sure we hit south in there as well. Anybody south? Please come down. Hey, Tony. How's conditions sounding for you tonight on the nets you've been on so far?
Well, DMR was rigged. I could only hear you if I opened the squelch up all the way. And you got a little seasoning on your signal, even on analog.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. We had a couple of CMEs, I think, this week. There was just things going on, with these magnetic storms.
Yeah, I think I'm the one that told you about that, right?
You and two other people told me, so I got it from 3 different sources.
Well, aren't we a bright bunch?
Well, again, when you get 200 people on the net, it's it's a lot of knowledge in that group.
Is that what you call it?
Some people would call it BS, but it's some knowledge in it.
Anyway, no, it's been a good day. It's been a beautiful day.
Oh, been outstanding. Yeah, just stood out there. I sat out there with the dogs and watched the grass grow.
Yeah, we went to see a dog today named Kevin.
A dog named Kevin. Is that a show?
It was a show. It was Annie, the Broadway show Annie, and Sandy the dog. His real name is Kevin.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I saw that you saw that thing about going to that show Annie. You only went because your dog's name is Annie.
We get royalties.
Yeah, that's cool. Everything went well though downtown.
Oh yeah. A lot of traffic, and I don't know why.
See, today's Saturday. I guess it's just normal. The way the city's growing, it's just normal as far as I can tell.
Oh man, it was just all boogered up everywhere. I mean, really. Crawling along at 20, 25 miles an hour.
Well, I'll guess this. It just occurred to me. Since it's a 3-day, sometimes 4-day weekend for some people, and they come to Nashville as tourists, and you get 10% of the traffic being tourists, and it mucks everything up.
Yeah, well, anyway, that's all I got. Don't want to hold everybody up because, people tend to drop off if you talk too long. KF4, KFQ.
Very good. Thanks, Tony. That was Kilo Foxtrot 4 Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. He's in Smyrna. Who else is south? Well, very good, Larry. Anything for the net? Very good. That's Larry in Rockville. Little scratchy signal, but full copy. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is south?
This is Kilo Golf 4 India Kilo Tango.
Oh, I know that call, but I forget what was the name again?
Jeff, it's in Bradyville.
Hey, Jeff, I seem to think you checked in before, didn't you?
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks ago or 3.
Okay, very good, very good. Your signal is pretty good for Bradyville.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know. I've got nothing for the net, though.
No, that's all right. I'm glad you checked in, though. Well, very good. That was Jeff. He's in Bradyville, and that was Kilo Golf 4 India Kilo Tango. Pretty good signal. I don't know what that distance is. Let me look. Hold on. Yeah, it's 40 miles. Pretty good signal. Now again, that was Kilo Golf for India Kilo Tango, just one India Kilo Tango, and that's Jeff and Brady. Who else is Sal? Over to the east.
KM4YR, Mike in the Mount Julio.
Okay. How you doing, Mike? You sound good.
I'm doing good, Paul. Doing just really, really well. Couldn't ask for it to be any better, really.
Well, you could be retired.
Yes, there is that.
And you could, they could just pay you just to sit at home.
Well, I could be rich instead of so good looking.
Yeah, my mother used to use that phrase, but not about me. She said, "I wish I'd been born." It always used to correct me.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there for good measure.
Yeah. Anyway, nothing else for the net, Mike.
No, not really. Just remember that the tomb is empty.
Absolutely. And hallelujah to that. That was Mike, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He is here in Mount Juliet, just a couple of miles east of me. Who else is east? East? Anybody east? Please come in.
KG4, am I right?
Hello, Kevin. It's up.
Hey, nothing much. I didn't want to. I was afraid to call in because I didn't want to give you Kevin overload.
Yeah, that's right. Man, you got to go with that. I ain't scared of nothing.
No, I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't scared of that. Man, I tell you what. Man, I tell you, Paul, been busy today. Did some stuff out in the yard, got myself all worked over, and man, I tell you, it wears you out. I don't believe I've done anything so much in 2 days, and I've done so much in 2 days that man, it's been a long time. I've been hurting my body, and it feels good.
Well, you tell Lisa this is it. Nothing else for tomorrow or Monday through Friday. That's it. You're done.
Oh well, I might be done tomorrow because I know I'm pretty well. Looking at it today, I was thinking, well, dang on, what am I going to do tomorrow? And I was looking at it for one more time before I come in the house, and I decided, well, I probably ain't going to do nothing tomorrow. Just hang out and watch TV.
You remember that joke about the guy who he was kind of a henpecked husband, and he finally got up enough gumption and said, "Honey, listen, here's the deal. I'm going to wear the pants in the family from now on. This is it. I'm tired of you being the boss, and I'm going to wear the pants in the family, and I don't want to hear any complaints about it. And I will take your advice. I'll take your input. No question about that. And but I'm going to make all the major decisions ultimately. Even if you object, I'm probably going to make the decisions myself." And so he didn't see her for about 3 days. On the 4th day, he could see her just a little bit out of the right eye.
There you go. See, I can't complain about that. I tell you, I just want to get in here and give you another number, Paul. We're going to sideband, right? Next.
We're going to 144.240, 144.240, in case anybody was going to left out the dot.
Alrighty. Well, I'll meet y'all around that way then. KT4, my thing.
Very good. That's Kevin, Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. He is in Lebanon over by Cumberland University. Who else is east? Go over to the north. Please come in.
WB0NO.
Hello, Mark. Anything good?
Nope. No news. Just been watching basketball.
Okay, we're going to have a net in the future. I'm going to give everybody a warning about it. A heads up, not a warning. And everybody's got to come up with news, even if it's false.
Well, I ought to be able to do that if you allow false. I just won the Mega Millions.
Well, there you go. See, we'll just call it the liar's net. What do you think?
I think it is anyway.
Well, I do have pretty much faith in everybody when they tell me something on the air. I really do. I mean, it's not that I don't think anybody purposely lies about anything. Well, if they say everything's fine, usually everything's not fine. It's like the old adage, when somebody says, "How you doing?" They go, "I'm fine," and then actually they don't want to tell you, and you really don't want to hear it. It's like, "Oh, I got a headache," and I got hemorrhoids and my shoes don't fit and my wife's giving me a hard time. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I have a friend that I used to greet by saying, "Hey, how are you?" or "How you doing?" And I finally decided I just didn't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, I had a relative like that. And you go in, and her name was Nettie, for short for Jeanette, and she had a horrible life, quite honestly. But that's not the point. The point is she had a total attitude to boot. And you'd say, "How you doing?" You didn't ask her anymore.
Roger that. All right, we'll carry on. I'll sit back and listen. WB0 and hello.
Very good. That's Mark, Whiskey Bravo Zero, November Oscar, and he just won the Mega Millions. Just want to let everybody know. And you can find him on QRZ. Just look up the street address. Who else is Who else is north? Please come now. Everybody went over to Mark's house. I think. Anybody west, north or west?
Okay, C4TNQ.
Hello, Charles. You said a contest is going on for 24 hours ending when?
Oh, we ended at 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was going. I couldn't imagine it going into the holiday on Sunday. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, it started last night. And I think I made one contact last night before I turned it off, but I really didn't start until about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Everything else going well for you?
Oh yeah, thanks for the laugh though. I didn't see it for 3 days.
I always like that joke. It's just most people don't see it coming if they never heard it before.
Yeah, it was funny. But anyway, thanks for being there, Paul. KC14 here.
Very good. That's Charles, Kilo Charlie Ford Tango in November, Quebec. He was lying about being on a Hellschreiber contest this past 24 hours. And he made 12 contacts. He said, quotation marks, said. Who else is west? Please come in.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
And you were lying about working today. You told me earlier.
How's that?
You were lying about. I said this is, people sometimes tell the truth, sometimes they lie on the nets. And it's a good day. Oh yeah, I had a good day when it really sucked.
No, it was a good day.
No, I know it wasn't. Well, it's easy when you don't have a good day, when something really stupid or bad, or you hurt yourself or whatever. That's when you realize, man, all those days I had were good up until today.
Yeah, my shoulders have been hurting, and I could tell when I got up this morning that it was going to be better than it has been in about a week. So that's a good day. And the sun's out, soaking up vitamin D.
Oh yeah, I'm reminded many mornings, for instance, and some other occasions, that there's a saying that I used to hear from my dad and from other people who were much older. They were adults when I was a kid, and they'd say, "My aching back." I know exactly what they're talking about.
And my doctor upped my gabapentin dosage. The one I was whining about that it never does me any good. So we'll see.
Well, good. Let's hope it does. I think the body sometimes gets acclimated to a certain drug. You think that's the problem?
Now, the problem is, I only see this guy every 6 months. And here's how it goes. I mentioned, when I was in, getting my blood sugar checked, the neuropathy's back. I get something, and he kind of blew me off, rolled his eyes. And then 6 months later, when I go back, he said, "Well, how's that neuropathy going?" So then he gives me this low dose stuff, which I used all that up. And here I'm seeing him 6 months later. So it's just too much to a delay.
Well, as we've talked about in the past, getting pain relief drugs today is tough.
It's really weird. It's crazy. Some people abuse them. I don't get it, but anyway. But yeah, and then and so that's been over a year that I've been messing with this, trying to get some sort of relief. And exercise, it hurts, but I make myself stretch, and stretch more than anything.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I've realized that I actually overcame. I had hurt my shoulder when I got in a car accident, and when a car hit me, and I said I had got in an accident. The car hit me on my bicycle. Everybody knows about that. But anyway, my shoulder after that took a while to recover from it. My shoulder and my arm, and because I broke that, whatever that's called, scapula, whatever it's called, in your back, and plus it damaged something in my collar. I don't know. It messed it up. And so it was. It's even now when I move it in certain ways, it hurts. But I've overcome probably 75% of it just through exercise and stretching.
Yeah, you got to exercise and stretch, and it hurts, but it pays off.
Yeah, I know. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
What are you going to do to overcome ugly?
Don't look in the mirror.
They got drugs for that.
Yeah, but we all have to take them.
Not on the air, you don't.
Yeah, the other guy's got to take them.
It's not my problem. Anyway, that was Greg. Well, before Tony jumped in there, that was Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. That's Greg, and he's in Antioch. Anybody else, West?
Kilo Golf 4 is dealing with Victor, Jack, and Donaldson.
Well, you're real scratchy tonight again. What's up?
I know it's we got that interference again. It must be a ski lift.
I don't know what it is. It's those damn Chinese, man.
The weird thing is Michael sounds fine.
Yeah,
Perfect to me.
Oh, shut up, Mike. I don't want to hear your good signal reports from everywhere. You're right, Jack. He hears a couple of states. For instance, today earlier, he could hear down in Rockville. He heard Larry just fine, and I could, he was scratchy to me. And then there was somebody else who was the same way too. It's just funny how being just a couple of miles apart makes such a dramatic difference.
Larry started he started, then I could hear him fine, and then he just faded out. I couldn't see him. I could see a signal on the scope. I couldn't hear him at all. So anyway, thanks for relaying me in, and what you want to say, happy Easter, everybody, and I'll let somebody else check in. KT4 LB.
Yeah, that's Scratchy Jack. You'll go for India Lima Victor. At least he was to me. He isn't so much to Mike. Mike's got him S9, 10 over S9 with full quiet, as he would say. Who else is, by the way, that's Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor in Donaldson. Who else is West? West or anywhere?
KE4TWR.
Well, you sound real good tonight there. What? So, I heard June and I were sitting in the living room. You'll know what time it was about. I think it was after midnight. And she says, "Who's on the radio?" So I really can't hear it. I had the door closed. And she was closer to it, so I walked over and listened. It was you and Kevin were talking away, and I just let it. Okay, it's just them. And she went, "No, are you doing fine?"
Yeah, it was a late night last night. I was up to probably 1 or 2 o'clock, messing around in the bands, and just enjoying my weekend.
Oh yeah, very good. So you had all this week off, right?
No, we had on Friday. Otherwise, things are good. In fact, I just walked in the door. We were up visiting family, so I was hoping that was still going on. Everything is good in Possum Town. KE4TW.
Yeah, I had one of your possums in my backyard 3 nights ago. The dogs were chasing after me.
But we loan them out from time to time.
Those are some creepy looking creatures. They're nice, but they're just creepy looking. They're like the homeless people, of animals. Anyway, that's West. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India in Possum Town. Yeah, that's where it is. Not in north of. It's in Possum Town. Who else is anywhere, any place? Looking for check-ins from sandbaggers, lollygaggers, and lurkers. Please come in. Got nothing. Last chance for you. Move over to 144-240, please. All right, we're going to go over to 144.240 upper sideband, 144.240 upper sideband, and that would be, if you don't have that, please follow us over to 50.135 upper sideband or 223.415. So please wait 1 second. I'll jump over to 144.240. Well, that was quick. 144.240. This is K4PEW looking for check-ins from the south. Please come now.
K4 here.
KF4, KFQ. That's Tony and Smyrna. Good signal. Who else is south? Nobody south. How about east?
KM4, YRF.
Yeah, this sounds like a recording, Michael.
It is, Paul.
Very good. KM4 YRF. Mike can hear Mount Juliet. Who else is east? East or north? South, east, or north? How about west? Nobody else west? Again, I wonder if you had made the change over there.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm just wondering if you went to a different. Anyway, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo Greg in Antioch. I don't want to go down that road. Who else? Where's Jack?
KG4ILB. I'm right here.
Oh, very good. You sound good in there, Jack. Nice clear signal here on the side.
Yes, that sounds great.
Well, can't have everything. Really, I'm still. I don't say I'm shocked, but there are people. Obviously, there's not many people doing Simplex on FM, but I don't hear that many people on sideband doing anything on on phone.
I don't either.
I mean, at least locally, like on a 2 meter or 70 centimeter. We really, maybe we need another golden age of radio.
Seems to be more 10-meter sideband.
Oh yeah, there are. I mean, obviously when they do UHF, VHF nets and stuff, for contesting, there's more people on the air, but not too much local. Anyway, that's the people are too busy with digital stuff, I think. Anyway, that was Jack Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor. Who else is any place anywhere?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee.
14 here.
Okay, we got 2 in there tonight, but hold on, Charles. We had Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee. It's Juliet, isn't it? What your call is? I wrote down the wrong letter there.
Well, it's KE4TYJ. You got it there, Paul.
Yeah, no, I was. It's one of those things. I was copying 2 calls at the same time, and my brain has trouble with that. How you doing? How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing all right. I don't know if it's band conditions or what, but on FM, you weren't quite as strong or clear as you normally were. I had a lot of static and white noise with you on your signal, so I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did, but I need to double check on my antenna and stuff routinely. But we've had some difficulties with propagation, even on the digital modes, and I've noticed it on FM as well, like as I did with Jack earlier tonight. So there are some issues with the atmospheric problems.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to, raise a red flag when there isn't one, but it's the observation from my station here is that it wasn't the same.
Oh yeah, no, I hear you. No, you sound pretty good though. I mean, you notice you sound a little. Let me look at the thing again when you come back on. When you come back on, I'll give you a signal report here.
Okay. Well, I'm only doing 50 watts, so I can do more, but I figured you could hear me with 50, so that's what I'm doing. And if I need more, I can turn it up. KE4TYJ.
Nah, I would say, aside from the normal sounds in sideband, you're full colliding to me. A good signal. That was Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he's in but that name, it's like I got a mental block on that stinking name. It's Woodbury, Bury, southeast of me. Also heard Charles in there. Tango. I'll get that right. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Charles, are you copying people tonight?
Hearing you pretty good. I heard Jack a few minutes ago, but it seems like you're down a little bit. Are you on your long antenna?
Yeah, no, I'm on the vertical, the X700, so I should be doing fine.
Yeah, you seem like you were down a little bit on the FM too, but anyway, as long as we're hearing each other, that's all makes a difference there. Over.
Yeah, very good. That's Charles. He's in West Nashville, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else? Anybody else out there? Lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers, please come in. All right, I got you in there. A little low, but a full copy on you there. I'll get it right, Kevin. All right. Hope you hear you over on 223.415. Or on 6 meters, too. Forgot about that. Very good. Anybody else? Please come now. Last chance, 144.240. Any place, anywhere. All right. We're moving over to 6 meters. We'll see you there. K4PW. That's on 50.135. All right, this is K4 PEW net control for Mount Juliet Simplex Radio net on 50.135. Looking for check-ins from any place. Well, we might as well start from the west. Or we're not from the south. Please come now. South or east?
KM4, wow,
This is a recording. That was Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Over to the north. Ah, very good, Danny. You sound good. How are you copying Danny, Michael?
really well.
Okay, I just want to be sure. I tried to ask you if you were. I was going to say he was 40 over just to make you feel bad. It was KO4GON, or excuse me, KD4GON. I do have that right, isn't it? Kilo Delta 4, right, Danny? Yeah, very good. Sometimes it get befuddled. What I wrote and what I know are two different things. That's why I was verifying it. Anyway, Kilo Delta 4, Golf, Oscar, November. Danny in near Cottontown. Who else is any place, anywhere, really? Very good. We got Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo on Antioch with a good signal. Who was the other party? Who else? I don't know. One more time, please. Very good. Kevin, I got you in there. Kilo Golf 4, Mike, India Zulu. I think I was hearing Kilo Charlie 4, Tango, November, Quebec. Was that you, Charles? Very good. Light copy, but still full copy. I got you in there. Kilo Charlie 4, Tango, November, Quebec. Who else is in there? Very good. Same thing there, Jack. You're light, but full copy. Not too much noise. Anybody else, please come now. West or anywhere. Anybody in there at all? Please come now. All righty. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 6 meters and 8 on 2 meter upper sideband. We're moving right over to 223.415. Appreciate everybody being there, closing out this portion of that. And again, appreciate everybody being there. And this is we're going over to 223.415 if you got them. If you got it, you got the radio. If you don't, you're just going to have to. You can hear it here on either Facebook or YouTube. K4PW. This is Kilo 4 Pop Echo Whiskey. Looking for check-ins from any place, anywhere, please come.
KM4, YRF.
All right, we got KM4YRF. I also got myself in there. I need to put myself in there for PW. And who else out there? KF4KFQ. Good enough. We got Tony in there from Smyrna. Who else is any place?
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. KC4TNQ.
Okay, some big signals in there from Charles. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. It is big tonight. No, you know, it was weak last time, wasn't it, Charlie, when you were on here?
On which one?
On 220. I was thinking you were much lower on 220. My memory might be bad on that one.
Not between me and you.
Oh, that's right. Last time you actually said it was a big signal. I had it backwards.
Yeah, me and you, we can usually hear pretty good on the 220. I usually hear Michael on 220.
Can you hear Michael tonight?
Charles is coming in like gangbusters.
Michael, you there?
Yes, sir. You're coming in like gangbusters.
Yeah, he's breaking up, but I think we get a little more gain on the 220.
See, Mike, you can't hear everybody better than me.
Well, I'm thinking the wind had turned my beam a little bit.
Oh, that's right. You got a beam too. I had to fix my beam and make it point out. I could probably hear everybody perfectly. That'd be great. Well, even better than I do now. But anyway, that was not two Charles, just Charles. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec in West Nashville. Who else is West? Well, West or anyone.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't drag you in there. That was Greg in Antioch. The Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Good signal. I think you're copying everybody so far, aren't you?
Charles is always iffy. I think he's on the back side of mine, kind of, that I'm off to the side on his.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, I understand. Anybody else? That was Greg, by the way. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch. Who else is any place?
Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor Jack and Donaldson.
Very good, Jack. How about you copying people?
Heard everybody so far.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, 220 is a pretty good band, I got to say. It's also an exclusive band, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, nobody else knows it's here.
It's like the secret band. Yeah, it is funny. I'm sure there's got to be somebody monitoring the scanners on this frequency, but you think it might garner a little more attention, you know, and for other people. Anyway, that was Jack Kilo Go 4 India Lima Victor. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anywhere? Any place? Please come down. Anybody got any good news? Bad news? Everybody's got bad news. You watch the TV. Most of the time, they're just lying to you. Anyway.
Well, I was going to say, I think 220 sounds about as good as 10 meter FM.
Yeah, it does. It does. And again, it's just as dependent though on, you know, 220s at least as dependent as 2 meters and 70 centimeters for elevation.
Right.
I mean, you've heard Tom down there in Rockville, haven't you? TM4TM.
Oh yeah, I get a good signal on him.
Yeah, well, he's got like a 90-foot tower and an X700 on top of it.
No wonder he sounds so good.
Really, it's just go on his site, go on QRZ. You can see his station and his tower he's got up there.
Okay, I'll do that sometime.
Oh yeah, big stuff, man. You know, I forgot about when I was Saturday. I had that baseball video for you, and I forgot to take it with me.
Well, I'll see you at the next breakfast.
Yeah, okay, if I remember, I'll have to throw it in the car. Maybe that'll do it. Yeah, it was the one on Yogi Berra. It's like the world. No, it wasn't the world according to Yogi Berra. It's Yogi Berra in his own words. That's what it was. And it's good. It's like a documentary of just Yogi Berra and stuff.
Yeah, he had some great things.
Oh, he did. He just he said a lot of things he said he really didn't say.
Well, apparently he was a real character.
Yeah, well, he said one of the things I either read about him or it says in a couple of the videos I've seen. It says that Yogi Berra, in the era of the 50s, when it was Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris and Pepitone and I can't remember all the players now. Shoot, anyway, all these big name players on the Yankees back then, because they were tearing up the leagues with pennant races and the World Series, and they're all like big names and big personalities. Here's Yogi Berra, just this Italian out of I forget where he was out of, but it's an Italian, kind of a rough around the edges, just a nice family man,
Yeah, he was like every man.
Yeah, really. I mean, he was just a good ball player. I mean, I can't imagine truly. I remember as a kid, and I remember, we played a lot of baseball, softball and baseball, and I was even on a couple, nonsense, just the leagues, small stuff, wasn't little league. Just I played some church leagues, church chains, some Cub Scout leagues and school stuff, and grade school, middle school. Anyway, what I was gonna say was I remember how much I liked baseball and actually thought, man, I could really be good at this. Now I never pursued it, never tried to, really, not hard, but I remember thinking how neat it was to be able to play baseball for a living.
I know it feels good when that bat cracks that ball and it just took off at center field.
Yeah, no matter who you are, I think when you can hit a good ball, or you make a great catch or a great throw, and You just go, holy man, that feels good. You still remember it though, even the stuff from when you were a kid.
Oh, absolutely. And I'd rather play it than watch it.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, I saw a video within the last couple of weeks. It showed um, Bo Jackson. I believe he was in right field, and he took a long fly ball to right field. I mean, way deep, and he made a throw to a guy who decided because he had to wait on second until he saw the ball was caught, and then he ran to third. And so I have no idea who was playing, but Bo Jackson threw a direct. It was like a cannonball to third base and nailed the guy as he slid into the plate on a direct shot, no bounce. Yeah, go ahead. Who's this?
It's Danny. I couldn't get my step right to change on my radio.
Ah, very good. I can hear you in there, okay, Danny. Michael, you copying Danny, okay?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Michael's copying you good. Anybody else copying Danny up in Cottontown?
I got a good copy on it.
Excellent.
5-1 HD front porch.
Oh, wow. That must be an elevated front porch, huh?
A little bit. I got a good path between here and there.
Awesome. Yeah, it must be a good shot from Cottontown. Of course, it is, I believe where you are is a little higher elevation, too.
I'm at 620.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, I'm at 686, and Michael's about the same. He might be just a little higher. But no, it's obviously you've got a good path here.
I did have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What kind of antennas are y'all running radio?
Well, I've got several of us have the one that was sold on Amazon, the what's it called? The Retivus 9. What is that Retivus number, guys?
I think it's 9,000.
Yeah, I believe it's a Retivus 9000. It's on Amazon for somewhere around 129, 139, 149, somewhere in that range.
I was looking at the Anytone. I didn't know.
Listen, I would say Anytone's a great radio. In fact, what we were talking about with these radios is, I swear it's just one factory makes them and they slap a different label on them.
That Comet Tri-Band, okay?
Yeah, I'm using an iComet Tri-Band for mine. It's a 220, 220, 2 meter and 70 centimeter. It does fine.
Okay. Well, so I don't have to come out to the porch every time.
Yeah, very good. No, you sound good even with the handheld there, Danny. It really sounds fine. I mean, it's not big signal, but I can hear you just fine.
All right, well, y'all carry on. I just tried to get it.
Fantastic. Glad you did. K4PEW. That was Danny, for those you couldn't hear. KO4 GON, or KD4, excuse me, GON in up near Cottontown on a handheld noise.
That was amazing. Yeah.
What'd you say, Jack? I heard you, Mike.
That must be a powerful handheld because I could hear him fine. He was almost topped out on the scale.
Oh, he learned that you can, if you do it right, you can say it twice and you get 10 watts. Anybody else got anything good for the net? I almost feel like I'm burned out here this evening for some reason. All right, we were missing Carlin tonight on the nets. Who else were we missing?
I haven't heard Kevin tonight on 220.
No, I don't know where. I did remind him we were coming over here, and I don't know, maybe he just has having an issue with his 220 antenna.
Hey, Paul, you did hear Greg check in, right?
Yeah, sure did.
Okay, I didn't know because it was about the same time that Charles checked in.
Yeah, I got them both. No, that's cool though. That HT from Cottontown, that's pretty slick. That's what I'm saying about people never know if they can check into a net unless they just give it a try.
Did he? Was he using a rubber ducky or was he using his base antenna?
Front porch, and he does not have a 220 antenna outside.
Man, that's fantastic.
He's gonna be net control, man.
I'll tell you one thing, if he had a 50-watt radio, he sure could.
Yeah, he would. He'd be blowing us out here. No, that's really cool. And he said he was at 620 as elevation.
Well, I would have thought he had been a little more than that.
Well, this was liar's night.
All right.
Yeah, if somebody comes down and say, "Well, big signal," yeah, I'm at 450 feet. Yeah, I don't hear too much. I really don't hear much people telling fibs on the air. I don't. At least I don't think I do. Maybe I'm just naive. I don't. Usually, you can tell when somebody's BSing on the air.
Seems like you used to hear it a lot more than you hear it now.
Yeah, they're all dead.
It's probably true. How many we have, Paul?
On 6 meters, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What about 220?
No, I'm sorry. That was 220. I was saying. I said 6 meters. On 220, we had 7, and on 6 meters we had 7, and on 2 meters upper sideband we had 8, and on 2 meters we had 17.
Good deal.
Yeah, it was busy enough. I mean, again, one of the issues is, with all of it is, I'm surprised that many checked in on any of them, because a lot of times on long weekends, people are gone or they're busy with their family.
No, that's true. And 220 is getting to be more popular.
Well, we hate to be the leaders in the whole, at least the 48 states here down south of Canada, but I think it's a good area, really.
We don't mind being trendsetters. I've been really impressed with 220.
Yeah, see, I'm glad I developed that frequency.
I thought you inherited it.
I did, but it was in total disuse, and I had to reassemble it. It was a 2 and a 2 and a 0.
Well, squeeze a lot of nets in within an hour. It's only like 5 after 9.
Oh yeah, I know it. It's well, again, I don't know anybody in any groups that are crazy enough to have this many nets in a week, let alone a day.
Well, that's true.
Well, somebody's got to do them. Maybe no, I'd rather have it this way. I mean, are we going to say, because again, I'm thrilled that other people picked up the the tag team, and like out of the blue without any, they didn't consult me, and I don't want them to. They started a net in Bowling Green, they started a net in Sumner County, and they, whoever else was doing it, I'm glad. You can't, if you're not using the air, if we're not using the airways, they'll probably take them away from us.
Well, that's the truth. They just need an excuse. Also, the Aries and the Skywarn net has grown since Rick and Michael have been doing their thing.
Well, let's be fair and say that the majority of the people checking in aren't from Cheatham County.
I think the new majority is from Wilson County now and Davidson County.
Maybe we got to call it, you guys ought to call it up there the Tri-County. No, it's fine. I think it's good. I think it keeps people with their hands. It's not like it's a lot of work checking into a net, but it keeps people's fingers in the pie, and it shows an interest. And because a lot of nets just fall apart if they because you guys were, as I recall, you were getting 2 and 3 or 4 check-ins, and that's not good for any net.
You know what's amazing to me?
Fusion nuclear work.
Well, that is too, but the fact that I talked Rick into being net control for that little net, and he's done pretty good with it.
No, he sounds great. He really does, and that's that's no bull. He picked up on that, did fine. It shows he has reading skills.
Yeah, and he's developed some nerve skills too, because I think he was nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs on the first time.
No, he did fine. He really did. I wasn't surprised. He did well. I mean, he did well in spite of himself, huh?
would ever think would get his ham license.
Well, a lot of people, I think, have mic fright, getting on the air and, what am I going to talk about? Who am I going to talk to? I don't know anybody.
Yeah, I think he was that way at first, and it just takes getting on and doing a little talking, and then all that kind of goes away. And as long as he's talking to, I can't think of his name right off the bat. Over in Noreen, Earl, over in Noreen, man, he can go to town.
Yeah, you might want to ban him from that.
Man, I sat here with a grin on my face the whole time, just knowing that he was going to be long-winded. Yeah, he's entertaining.
No, he's great. He really is. He's just he sometimes belabors the obvious, but he's usually clearing something up on what he's thinking about.
Yeah, you can always tell that he's thinking about something pretty deep.
And it ain't nuclear fusion. Well, anybody else got anything for the net before we jump out of here?
I think I'm done, Paul. Thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah, thank you for being there. Thank you. I don't know if that for whoever's left. There used to be, maybe I mentioned it before. There was a guy, I don't remember his name. I should look him up and so I can remember his name. There was a guy there was a Christian radio show, pre-internet really, and he had a really deep, bassy voice, and he was an older fellow, probably in his late 70s, early 80s. He took call-in questions about Christian issues. Somebody called in, and he'd give a nice explanation from his point of view, and really authoritative, quiet, and then then they put a thank you, whatever his name was. Hey, no, I have to look him up. He's now passed away, but he'd say, "Thank you for calling and sharing." Who's going to say, who's next? That was his tagline, was "Thank you for calling and sharing."
Well, I'd like to know who that is. I'd like to look him up.
I'll have to find that. He was a pretty good guy. He also was, I want to say it was a goof, isn't the right word to say, but he wrote a book that said he had it all figured out when Jesus is coming back. He went through the Bible and figured it all out for himself. And he had a bunch of people saying, yeah, he's got it. That was only 24 years ago, maybe.
He's still waiting.
Well, you remember what again, I don't want to be stepping on people's toes, but way back in the early part of the 20th century, the Jehovah's Witnesses group out of Brooklyn, New York, said Jesus was coming back. And I forget what year it was, 1912 or something, or 1914. He's coming back, and they were getting all kinds of people getting ready and selling their homes, selling all their stuff. And then nothing happened. So they said, well, we think we made a mistake there. I don't remember exactly what they said historically because I wasn't there. They said he's coming back, and they gave another date. It was, like 1917 or something. And then after nothing happened, they said, well, he came back, but nobody could see him.
That's a good way to say it, Faith.
I thought, okay, I bet you they lost a lot of people on that story.
Oh, that was classic.
Yeah, they worded it just a little bit differently. It didn't sound as hokey as the way I said it, but it was more or less the same, that he came back and, did what he had to do without people knowing he was here. It's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. But anyway, the Bible says nobody knows the hour or the day. I want to see that guy's name was Harold. I don't remember his last name. I'll look him up. I'll find out. Anyway, guys, have a good night. Closing out the nets, Facebook feed. Everybody's bored over there. And so I'm going to save them some space and time. And we probably ought to jump out of here anyway. Anyway, have a good night, everybody.